just a little bit ago, I watched Zafral's video on Arlecchino being the one character that has this sort of animation in her basic attacks, where she slowly walks towards you after the end of all her attack animations. I think there's 4 out of her 6 basic attacks has this, but I think that video missed the more interesting part of her kind of design here, because while yes, she does have that unique thing of walking towards the player, or walking forward towards the direction where she finishes her basic attacks, Raiden also does that, as a commenter in that video has mentioned. Though not to the extent that Arlecchino does, but it's there. But the more unique part about her design is that if you listen closely, there's a reason why I picked the being in the chasm, and I picked this sort of stony places because we want to echo the footsteps better. Because if you listen to, say, let's see, Jean. Let's have her walking. The sound of her footsteps with, say, Yelan. And with Raiden. All sound relatively similar because, well, they're wearing sort of similar things. That kind of heals, you know? But Arlecchino, on the other hand, has this sort of sound. It's a lot sharper. And I would only assume it's because those are stupid. Like, look at this angle. What is that? Girls, I don't know. I've never worn heels before, but is that even practical? Like, is that something you should be wearing on a daily basis? Because this I kind of get. This I get even more, but like this, what is that, bro? You're more than tiptoeing the entire time. Like, goddamn. Like, and okay, that's not the only thing that I want to talk about. Let's move to a more flat surface. So before I go on with this demonstration, I want you guys to remember if you've ever watched Klee's beta walking animation and how people were like, oh, they should have kept that because it's a unique walking animation amongst all the other characters. And now we kind of have that unique walking animation feature for Arlecchino, just in a more subtle fashion than what you might expect. Before we go on with Arlecchino, let's take a look at the others first. So this is the way Jean would walk. And I want you guys to pay particular attention to the shoulders. It sways with the body, and it follows a more sort of, I guess, natural flow of how you would be, how your body would be moving when you're walking just like that. And Raiden has the same thing, shoulder sway. Yelan has the same thing. The only difference is within the sound because, you know, she's wearing extra stuff. Now, if we go to Arlecchino, on the other hand, notice her shoulders. Her shoulders are flat. I can only assume this is because, you know, she's a more authoritative character because of her status, House of Earth, Fatui, all that. But this also brings much more character to her design. And not only that, if you notice, I don't know if we'll be able to see it within a very good side-by-side comparison here, but basically, when she walks, the movement of her body when she takes a step is much more pronounced. If you can see, the upward bobs of her body when she takes a step is a lot sharper. Not a lot, but it's sharper than what we see from the others. You can see here, the motion between up, that motion is a lot sharper when it comes to Arlecchino. This I can only assume, 1, again, because of the heels, but 2 is also because the way she brings herself, you know? And this is what I mean by the character movement lends so much to the character design. Because I kind of wish they do this a lot more with, you know, other characters, because you can also see this kind of thing be applied to someone like the Shogun. Or even someone like Yelan, who's used to being seen as the mysterious authority figure. But yeah, I feel like it's just such a neat little feature that they put with her. I kind of hope that they would be able to kind of spread this into other characters in the future, because one thing that I sort of wish they implemented more is not only that kind of more unique character design things, but also the way you stand when you idle, because at the moment that's the only thing that doesn't change between everyone else. They all cooldown, sorry. They all stand the exact same way. And in a game like, say, Tower of Fantasy, it's a lot different where each character actually has their own sort of standing motion. And I think using that kind of feature in Genshin itself would be quite a nice way to like better accentuate the differences of each characters. So yeah, that's just a little thing that I noticed with Arlecchino, and hope you guys like this video.